You're listening to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
It is Thursday morning.
Yes, it is.
I'm not sure.
I'm never sure. Except when it's Friday and I'm wearing flannel. Then I know.
It's not Flannel Friday.
It's tomorrow.
Lutheran Young Adult Corps has been, for us here at KFUO, just an outstanding program. Mm-hmm. And I hope that the two young adults who have served with us have found it to be rewarding and maybe even life-changing.
Ooh, yeah. That'd be awesome.
We'll find out from the program manager if it has been life-changing for them or not. No, she probably can't reveal all the secrets they share, right?
Yeah, probably not.
But it is. I'm really excited to get to talk about Lutheran Young Adult Corps because applications are open, but that window is closing soon. So if you were thinking about it, well, listen today and then
go apply.
Then go
today.
Apply. Exactly. You want to get that done soon. It's an outstanding program and so much to learn and so much to happen in that experience, whether it's 10 weeks or 10 months. All good stuff. Thanks to our friends at Concordia University, Wisconsin for supporting the Coffee Hour. Find out more about them at cuw.edu. Live Uncommon. In studio today, Julianna Shults, Program Manager for Lutheran Young Adult Corps, right here in the Office of National Mission at the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Good morning, Julianna.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, and thanks so much for all the work you've done on Lutheran Young Adult Corps. I would say that it has, for KFUO as a community partner of Lutheran Young Adult Corps, it's just been, it's really been a huge blessing to us in so many ways to have Ray last year and Ian this year as part of our team and all the great work that they've been doing and also just getting to know them as well, having them as a part of our team. It's been fun. So Lutheran Young Adult Corps, for all the blabbing that I'm doing about it and saying how wonderful it is, for those who aren't
we'll let
familiar,
you go on. I mean, keep going.
For those who don't know what Lutheran Young Adult Corps is, what's your elevator speech?
So Lutheran Young Adult Corps is an opportunity for young adults 18 to 26 to serve here in the United States in urban areas, either 10 weeks in the summer or 10 months through a school year. They serve full-time. We provide their housing and a stipend, and those places where they serve, we call them our community partners, as you heard Andy say. Those are typically RSOs, they're Lutheran churches, places that need some extra capacity to grow their programming, to be able to share the gospel better with the community. And so we place those young people as a resource for those organizations and those churches, especially in urban areas across the country.
Yeah, this is something I wish that I was around when I was a younger adult.
That's how I designed it. I was like, I want to design something that I would have done when I was that age.
Yeah. Exactly. My wife and I were talking about this the other night too, and I'm like, this is such a good experience for someone at that age, because I remember what I was like at that age, and this would have been so helpful for me. So,
right? And we need like a Lutheran Adult Corps.
They've thrown out the Lutheran Senior Corps several times to older adults who are like, can I do this?
Yeah. Yeah, and some of the places that that the young adults have been able to serve are really, really great organizations that they've been able to serve with.
Yeah, so we've placed participants in the last 2 cycles in Boston, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Detroit, St. Louis. So we've had a lot of different kinds of placements. We're getting ready to open up our house in Milwaukee, which is really exciting. And we get to put them in a variety of settings, which is really neat. So there's no one single experience. Everything's really tailored to the participants who apply and the kinds of gifts and skills that ministry can use. So we have a lot of people who ask, what's the day look like? Like, what's a typical, like, I don't know. We recently on social media, we've been putting out like different people's day in a life, just so that people can get a sense of, you could work in an after school program with at-risk grade schoolers, or you could be working with immigrants and refugees, or you could be in the studio at KFUO, or just on and on.
Which is where everybody wants to be.
Where everybody wants to be. Working with campus ministries. You could be working with at-risk women and families who are struggling into transitional housing. So many different things that you can do. And so a lot of our process is to get to know the young people who apply, hear what God has done in them and what their skills are and what their passions are, and then match that up with a partner who could use that in a really powerful way in their ministry.
Yeah, I think one of them this year is serving with Christian Friends of New Americans, and she's helping them with their citizenship tests. Which I think is like the cool. Sorry, I'm getting really loud. Which I think is like the coolest thing to help somebody do.
Yeah. So one of the things that Sam does during the days is essentially tutor one-on-one or two-on-one young people who are looking to do either their driver's license test or their citizenship test to be able to pass that when English is your second language. So that's a really neat thing that she's able to do. She also works with their after-school program for immigrant and refugee grade school students. So that's a cool thing for her to be able to do. So just her schedule is kind of all over the map. It depends on the day and the week. But working with Christian Friends of New Americans is a really neat experience. And so is working with KFUO. As you said, like our participants who have been here have spoken really highly of the experience. So
good.
Good to know.
They love either being around us or looking at audio files all day long.
Great fun.
It's a lot of audio files.
Or it's all the coffee. I don't know. Free coffee all day.
They're super caffeinated when they talk to you about it. I've been looking at audio files all day long. But that when we joke about that, there are a lot of audio files in the work that they do here, and maybe in other places too, not necessarily audio files, but it might seem like something that's I don't know what the word is, something just so
monotonous.
Yes. But how that contributes to the mission, the work that we're given to carry out to here at KFUO is to bring that message of Christ for you, and that goes around the globe, and it's with the on-demand audio, which is a chief part of what our Lutheran Young Adult Corps participants are involved with, is making it available for people to listen to anytime, anywhere that they have access to the internet, or download it and have it available. So it may seem tedious, it may seem monotonous, but it really is so important to the work that we're given in proclaiming that gospel here. And so we're very grateful. And our Lutheran Young Adult Corps participant isn't the only one doing that. Several of us are involved with that, but he's one of the team players that is a part of that. So
yeah, and I would say like that's ideally what we want to be able to do with our participants. So not just here at KFUO, but say they're working for an urban congregation. We had a participant who was able to help them figure out how to and get started, like a helping hand-me-downs for women who have small children, right, in their congregation. So a new outreach to their community that really meets the needs of their neighbors that they wouldn't have been able to do had they not had the participant that they did. And likewise, for some of our places, like we had a placement where we had a young woman who was coming from Concordia, Nebraska, who spent her summer there, and then when she came back a year later and had graduated, they hired her on as a staff person, right? So by the time that she was graduated, they were in a need to be able to fill that staff, and they had somebody who understood their mission, who they knew was going to be a good fit for their team. So we have some great stories of the ways that our young people are helping to expand that gospel ministry into their communities through those partners.
Yeah. What is some of the feedback from participants in the past 2 years?
Yeah, we've gotten a lot of feedback. We're a newer program, so they're still in the they're not quite in the guinea pig phase anymore, but
they were.
But I think a lot of our participants say, one, it's a really stretching experience for them. They learned a lot about themselves. They learned a lot about who God is and what He's done for them, and they learned a lot about just how to live life. There's a lot of adulting skills that they learned. They built that community both within their houses. They live together in community, and so that's been an awesome experience for them to build lifelong relationships with the people that they're serving alongside, and within the places that they're serving. So we were talking about the day in the life, and one of our participants, our alumni, said, I miss the kids that I served with every day. So that relationship that they got to build there. And then for many of them, this is a really great opportunity to try out some new skills, to gain some new abilities, and to be able to to then decide, hey, I think what I want to do is to go into this particular field. And maybe that's church work, and that's great. Or maybe that's a different area like social work or education. And then they want to be able to come back to congregations like the ones that they served in and be excellent, positive lay leaders within those congregations. So that's really exciting.
So applications for this summer, for the 10-week program this summer, or the gap year 10-month program are open.
They are open now.
But the window's closing
very soon. The window will close March 1st at this point. So we're really we're coming up to it. If people are lucky, we might give them an extra week.
But don't count on it.
Don't count on it. Get it in by March 1st. It's a really simple application, but we follow that up with a lot of with interviews and references, and make sure we get to know people before we place them. But yeah, we'll still take those, and we still have plenty of partners who need placement, so please get those in soon.
So where do we find the application?
LCMS.org/YACORPS. So LCMS.org/YACORPS.
Very good. LCMS.org/YACORPS.
We'll link that
Core.
Corpse with an F.
Oh man! So check it out, Lutheran Young Adult Corps, and if you want to know the real scoop, just come by and visit Ian here at KFUO.
He'll give you all the details,
or find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
That's true.
All right. So what's your handle on Twitter?
They're all Lutheran YA Corps. So
Lutheran YA Corps.
So you're going to learn how to spell core really quickly.
CORPS.
Outstanding. And so we got 10 weeks this summer, 10 months this year. So if someone really wanted to do like a whole year long thing, they could do summer and or do the 10-month and then the summer, or vice versa. Does it matter?
Nope, they can do both. So okay. Certainly they can opt in to do a full year, either starting with the summer or adding the summer on at the end.
Outstanding. I know there's, in the past, I've seen something about a relationship with universities as well.
Yes, thanks for that.
Sure.
We have partnerships with Concordia, Nebraska, Concordia, Wisconsin, and now Concordia, Bronxville, to be able to partner with them. That means they'll hold applications, they'll hold financial aid packages that are internal, as long as your financial situation doesn't change, and then potentially can give scholarships as well. So we're really excited. We're thankful for those partners, and we're really grateful that they're able to see this as a valuable thing for young people who may be coming to their university soon.
That's
very
really cool.
good. Julianna Shults, Program Manager for Lutheran Young Adult Corps. Thank you so much for being our guest, and thanks for sharing with us about Lutheran Young Adult Corps today.
Thanks for having me.
LCMS.org/YACorps. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Golseth.